I'm Catherine and I'm a counsellor working in Kent but also online. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about how counselling can help with anger. Clients often find it a little bit difficult to come to counselling about anger. It can be one of those emotions that people feel quite embarrassed about or have a lot of shame attached. But actually anger itself is a really important human emotion. It's here to keep us safe. We all feel angry and we all express our anger in different ways. But sometimes we get to a point in life when actually we feel that we're less in control of our anger and our anger to some degree is taking over. Counselling is a safe space where you can actually explore what it is that's behind that. It's a stress response, one of the fight, flight, freeze or fawn responses. So we behave angrily when we are wanting to put distance between ourselves and something that we perceive to be threatening. So it's essential actually for survival, but sometimes somewhere along the path it gets to the point where it becomes a problem for us and in our relationships. Part of working with anger is not to demonise the anger itself, but to actually get underneath it. Anger is a secondary emotion. It tends to be the one that comes out to protect you, and it tends to cover up for other emotions that are a little bit more painful and difficult to deal with. So actually, if you start talking about the anger and the experience of anger or the event that made you particularly angry, and you start finding out a little bit more about what you were feeling at the time, you might find underneath that angry response, you were feeling afraid or ashamed or threatened or hurt or in pain or unsafe. There's a whole combination, lots and lots of different emotions that work underneath anger, but on the outside, you shout or you scream or you slam a door, and unfortunately in some cases you hurt people either physically or emotionally. In a safe place that the counselling room provides, you hopefully will feel that you're not judged for the things that you've done wrong. In fact, probably the harshest judge of yourself and your anger is you at this point. We work as a team, the counsellor and the client, to actually get underneath it, work out why you're feeling stressed, where your feelings of overwhelm or fear or pain come from. And if you start working with those feelings, start understanding those and where they came from, start dealing with that part of yourself in a compassionate way, then you can start working on your behaviours. The behaviours are there to protect yourself. If you start feeling stronger, more confident, more worthy, deep down inside, you're less likely to need to defend yourself and your position. If you become less defensive, less reactive, then obviously that's going to go a long way to being able to have healthy and positive relationships with other people. So if you've ever considered coming and getting a little bit of help with your anger, then counselling is a really good place to make that first step. And I would be happy to work with anybody in the Kent area who wants to work in line to actually start making positive changes for yourselves and your relationships.